What if I told you that being too good could be your greatest weakness? That sometimes kindness can destroy you, and mercy can lead to betrayal. History has shown us that those who live only by virtue often fall to those who understand the dark side of goodness, and no one knew this better than Niccolo Machiavelli, the philosopher whose name became synonymous with cunning for a reason. Section 1, The Misunderstood Thinker. Machiavelli, the name alone sends chills down spines. Some say he was ruthless, a man without morality. Others call him a genius who simply understood the brutal reality of power. But what if I told you he wasn't the villain we've made him out to be? His masterpiece, The Prince, isn't a handbook for evil. It's a warning, a lesson that blind goodness can be dangerous. And if you want to survive in a world full of deception, you must learn to balance virtue with strategy. Born in 1469, Machiavelli lived through some of Italy's most turbulent years. He served as a diplomat, witnessing firsthand how naive leaders were crushed and manipulated. His writings weren't born from malice, but from witnessing the harsh reality of politics. In a world where kindness was exploited and loyalty was betrayed, Machiavelli didn't create the rules, he merely observed them. And his observations are as relevant today as they were 500 years ago. The danger of being too good. Julius Caesar was loved by his people. He was generous, kind, and merciful, but that same mercy led to his downfall. His closest allies, Brutus and Cassius, stabbed him to death. Why? Because they saw his kindness as weakness. Machiavelli warned us, if you are only good, if you trust too easily, the world will devour you. Caesar's fatal mistake, pardoning those who would later become his assassins. His mercy became the weapon of his destruction. In modern life, this is still true. The friend who takes advantage of your generosity, the colleague who steps over you for a promotion, the partner who manipulates your kindness. We've all been there, burned by our own good nature. The promotion you deserved but lost because you didn't self-promote. The relationship where you gave everything and received nothing. This isn't about becoming cruel, it's about self-preservation in a world that doesn't always reward pure virtue. How to balance virtue and strategy. Machiavelli never said, be evil. He said, be smart. True leaders in history and today understand this balance. Martin Luther King Jr. led with love, but he was no fool. He strategized, negotiated, and understood power. Behind his inspiring speeches were calculated decisions about which battles to fight and when to fight them. His nonviolent approach wasn't just moral, it was strategic. He knew peaceful protesters facing violence would win public support. Virtue became his weapon. Even today, powerful figures know when to be generous and when to be ruthless. The key? Controlled kindness, mercy with a backbone. Look at any successful leader. They give generously but negotiate fiercely. They inspire loyalty but demand results. This doesn't mean being cruel, it means understanding human nature, being respected, not just liked. It means recognizing when your goodness is being exploited and having the courage to draw boundaries. The strongest people aren't those who never show kindness, they're those who know when kindness is appropriate and when it becomes a liability. Historical lessons from the shadows. Queen Elizabeth I of England understood Machiavelli perfectly. She balanced mercy with decisive action. When her cousin Mary, Queen of Scots, plotted against her, Elizabeth hesitated for years before signing her death warrant. Her advisors called her weak for this mercy, but Elizabeth knew something they didn't, the value of being seen as reluctant to use power. By balancing calculated action with displayed virtue, she ruled for 44 years in an age when female rulers were undermined and overthrown. That wasn't luck, it was Machiavellian wisdom at work. From Abraham Lincoln suspending habeas corpus to Winston Churchill making difficult wartime decisions, history rewards not the purely good, but the strategically good. Take control of your power. So what's the lesson here? Don't let kindness make you weak. Be good, but be strong. Be fair, but don't be naive. Be generous, but know when to say no. Your goodness is a gift, but like any gift, give it to those who deserve it. Protect your energy, your time, and your resources like the precious commodities they are. The truly powerful aren't those who abandon virtue, they're those who wield it strategically. Because in a world that rewards the strong, the wise, and the strategic, only those who embrace both light and shadow truly succeed. As Machiavelli himself wrote, the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. This wisdom has shaped empires and can reshape your life. The choice is yours. If this video gave you something to think about, hit that like button and subscribe for more powerful insights on life, success, and strategy. Comment below with how you've balanced virtue and power in your own life. Stay sharp, stay smart. See you in the next one.